tuning in. This is Optibotimus coming with another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers 4 Age of Extinction, the next in their series of flip and change figures. The first being Grimlock, the next being Lockdown, and now we have the one and only Bumblebee. As you can see, you got the little bit of instruction right there in the front, as well as the Transformer 4 text there. Or I'm sorry, the Transformers text. You got the Transformer 4 logo down there. Come around here to the side, you got Bumblebee, but what you're noticing is that he's in the old version. Now, his classic Camaro kind of look that he was, or that he had in the Age of Extinction movie. This is his new concept Camaro look. So flip around here to the back, you can see that. And again, you have his instructions, you got Lockdown, you got the Smash and Change Optimus. And again, I still think it's silly that they say it's 5 steps when the first step is him normal and the last step is him in the vehicle mode. It really should be 1, 2, 3 steps. But I kind of dig it. One thing that I'm noticing though is it looks like his backpack sits down a lot further here in the actual product shop. But when you come around here to the front, you can see that it's really dangling up there. If it sits down that low, after I drop it, if it sits down that low, I don't think it'll look all that bad. But with it sticking up like that, I think it kind of sticks out. But I do like it, so it is another Bumblebee. But beyond that, that's about it for the packaging. So without further ado, let's get him open and see how cool he actually is. Alright guys, so here we have the flip and change Bumblebee open up and out of its packaging. And as you can see, he is modeled after his more like 2014-15 concept Camaro. It is a little bit different. The back is pretty much what the new 2014s kind of look like in terms of the taillights, but the front is much more different. You got a much thinner front section here with really cool headlights. I dig really how that looks. I've never been a big fan of the center stripe. That's even why on mine I got it with a Dark of the Moon stripe going down the sides like this. But it's a decent looking representation of that new concept Camaro. Really nice vents here on the actual hood. You got the windows that are all painted this kind of metallic looking blue, which looks really nice. A lot of really nice molded detail on there. You got a nice Autobot logo here. You come around here to the back. You got his exhaust pipes. You have his place where his license plate would be. You got the Chevy logo there. It is pretty big. Now, for a size comparison, just because, here's the Dark of the Moon Leader Class Bumblebee. It's a little bit modified. I kind of painted it up to look like my actual Camaro. But you can see that they are roughly the exact same size. The only real ugly difference is this section here sticking out. So beyond that, I mean, you have a nice representation of the Dark of the Moon Bumblebee and the new Age of Extinction Bumblebee. And then just because all these sizes are basically the same, here's Lockdown. So you can see just how well these vehicles scale, and it actually doesn't look too bad. If you want to have a bigger figure size or a representation of their vehicle modes, this is actually pretty nice. And I feel it really comes across nicely. Now again, it is the flip and change. So all you do, it's basically this exact same as Lockdown. You come around here to the back, you detach these little sections just like so, and then you're going to rotate these bits out like that. And then you just pick it up, and again, you try to remember which way to spin it, and there it goes, just like that. Spins all the way around, and here you have that Bumblebee. His head does come out a lot nicer on this. Then just rotate these bits around all the way. Then you can lock these in on the side. Do that on that side as well. His head decided to pop up a little bit. Get that in there. Then, oh yeah, see, that doesn't want to stay down. There we go. Bring this down. Bring this down, and here you have Bumblebee. Again, the back heaviness of this really kind of hurts. You almost have to lean him forward to get him to balance well, but on my table, he doesn't do it all that well because this is actually a more rounded surface. So I'm trying to, let me see if I can balance him a little bit better here. There we go. So you can see that he is leaning a little bit forward. And the unfortunate aspect of things is this does not stay down. If that was down a lot further, this would actually look pretty cool for Bumblebee. But that stays up. As you can see, it's all like springy and everything because it's part of this whole gimmick. I do kind of wish that there was a way that you could bring it down and lock it into place to something. As far as I can tell, there isn't any way to really do that. But again, the gimmick is the quick change, and this one actually works a little bit better because Bumblebee's chin doesn't stick out nearly as far. So what you do, just detach all these, kind of line these arms up. you do the exact same thing with lockdown. Basically, it is the exact same, just well, in terms of the same kind of design, it just looks different. And then you just spin this around, keep spinning it just like that. This brings it all together. You tab. You actually have, I didn't mention this on lockdowns, but you have a little hole here and a little peg right here that you would line this up, put that in, just to kind of help lock everything. And you can see everything popping loose here on the sides. Put that in like so, bring this across, and you actually, sometimes with this, you have to push the doors in just like so, and then you have them back in this vehicle mode. I mean, this gimmick, like I said, works a lot better on Bumblebee just because the head isn't that same ugliness. So spinning that around, that gets the head all the way out, rotate this all the way, lock that, fold this down. Now, his head likes sticking up a little bit, actually. Sometimes that's part of the problem. It doesn't always want to go down. Now, for his articulation, it is the same as lockdowns. Nothing at the head. The shoulders move forward. They actually go all the way around. They rotate at the upper part of the bicep. They bend here at the elbow, and then I guess you could say that he bends here at the wrist. And I like how they actually painted the hands here. When you look at it, I mean, there's actually some really good detail in this. I just, like I said, wish this was down, because that would look pretty cool for Bumblebee, I think. Just sticks up, and that's, like I said, kind of unfortunate. So again, very simple transformation on these. They are meant for the kids out there. So is it that way? No, it's this way. So just, yeah, well, come on, there you go. Get that nice little twist, bring that together. They are meant just for quick changes and for fun. So I dig it. I think that kids will appreciate these as well. It requires a little bit more work than the smash and change Optimus, or even the flip and change Grimlock. It's because of the rotation and everything. It does require a little bit more emphasis on lining things up a little bit better to get it into this mode. But I mean, honestly, I really do dig this. Gimmick wise, I think that Bumblebee's works a little bit better, as I said, because his head doesn't really get in the way when it's rotating back. So it's a little bit more enjoyable in that respect. Plus, I don't know, I really like the way that this Camaro looks. It's really sharp looking. I dig it. I just don't like that stripe there, but that's just a personal preference. But it is movie accurate. So I do recommend picking it up. If you want to have all these cars kind of displayed with each other, these are actually pretty nice representations of the vehicle modes. And as you can see, there is a lot of nice detail throughout it. Probably could use some extra paint applications like in the back area and things like that. But beyond that, pretty sharp considering. Now, $20 is still a price point I'm not very comfortable with. $15 is a little bit better, I think. And that's actually what I got this guy and Lockdown for. As I mentioned in my Lockdown review, I got it at a buy one, get one half off. So that was a little bit nicer of a price. One thing to be aware of is, because there's a lot of gears with this, kids may have a little bit harder of a time with it, and it may not last as long with kids. If they're constantly thrashing it around, it may not hold up over that kind of abuse. So do be careful with it. And like I said, at $20, that could disappoint you if something breaks on them, like a gear or something. But it's fun, and it's worth checking out if you think that your kids would like this. So all that being said, if you are interested in picking them up, they are out at retail. Or if you can't find them there, obviously there's always Big Bad Toy Store. All you have to do is click on that link down in the video description. You can check it out and see what Age of Extinction figures they have available that you may want to add to your collection. But beyond that, that's about it, guys. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Don't forget that you can keep in touch with me by liking my Facebook page at facebook.com/TeamBotimus, or by following me over on Twitter at twitter.com/Optibotimus. Also, I'd encourage you to check out my new website at optibotimusreviews.com, where you can view all my videos from the previous week, as well as see what I have coming up for future release. And I'd also really appreciate it that if you like this review, don't forget to please rate, comment, and share this video. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.